What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to Cowboys News TV, where we break down the latest news and updates about your Dallas Cowboys. I'm Dave, and today, we're diving into a critical topic for the 2024 season, the Cowboys' run defense. In Week 1, Dallas looked strong, holding the Cleveland Browns to just 93 rushing yards. But Week 2? That was a different story. The Cowboys allowed 190 rushing yards to the New Orleans Saints, and it's a big reason why the team needs to make some serious adjustments if they want to contend this season. Before we jump into what went wrong and how the Cowboys can fix it, take a moment to subscribe to Cowboys News TV. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future updates, analysis, or breaking news. We're close to reaching our goal of 11,000 subscribers, and your support will help us get there even faster. Thank you to everyone who's been with us so far. Now, let's get into it. The Cowboys hired Mike Zimmer as their defensive coordinator, and one of the top reasons for that move was his ability to shore up the run defense. And, well, it worked in Week 1. But in Week 2, the wheels fell off. The Saints gashed the Cowboys' defense for 190 yards on the ground, averaging almost 5 yards per carry. That's not going to cut it, especially with some heavy hitters like Baltimore, Detroit, and San Francisco coming up on the schedule. Let me ask you, Cowboys Nation, how concerned are you about the run defense right now? Do you think this is something Zimmer can fix quickly, or are we looking at a long-term issue here? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to vote in our community poll on whether you think the Cowboys need to make roster changes to address the run defense. Your opinions matter. What went wrong against the Saints? Let's hear it straight from the players themselves. Defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa didn't hold back, calling it probably the worst game of my career. Osa is a key part of this defensive front, and when he's feeling frustrated, you know there's work to be done. But what exactly happened? Was it a breakdown in Zimmer's scheme? Not really. Odighizuwa pointed out that the problem wasn't the game plan, it was about execution. The fundamentals broke down. He mentioned that the team needed to be better at playing blocks and using their hands more effectively. It's not a scheme issue. Everybody understands the scheme, Osa said. It sounds simple, but in the NFL, those fundamentals can be the difference between stopping a play for a short gain or giving up a huge run. Linebacker Eric Kendricks echoed those thoughts. He emphasized the need for every player to take ownership of their role and execute the game plan. He mentioned that Week 2 was tough, but the team has to move on and focus on the next game. And with Baltimore up next, the #1 rushing team from 2023, there's no time to dwell on what went wrong against New Orleans. So, Cowboys Nation, let me throw this to you. Do you think the issue with the run defense is more about player execution, or do we need to see better game plans from the coaching staff? Let me know in the comments. And if you have any ideas for who the Cowboys should target to improve the defensive line, feel free to drop some names. The path forward, how Dallas can fix this. The Cowboys are already making moves to address the run defense. They signed a familiar face, Carlos Watkins, off Washington's practice squad. Watkins is no stranger to Dallas, and his first comments after rejoining the team were all about pride in stopping the run. He talked about using his hands, eyes, and feet more effectively, and these are exactly the fundamentals the Cowboys need to improve on. Watkins is a veteran who understands what it takes to fix this issue quickly, and that's going to be crucial with Baltimore, Detroit, and San Francisco on the horizon. All three teams ranked in the top 5 in rushing last season, so if the Cowboys don't improve their run defense soon, these next few games could get ugly. Speaking of challenges, linebacker Eric Kendricks put it perfectly, this is the NFL. Every week is going to be a challenge. And you know what? He's right. Every team the Cowboys face will be gunning for them, and it's up to the players to step up and meet those challenges head-on. But, what do you think? Will the addition of Watkins be enough to turn the tide, or should Dallas be looking to make more aggressive moves either through free agency or trades? I want to hear your thoughts, so don't be shy, drop a comment and let's keep the conversation going. The importance of fundamentals. If there's one theme that's been constant from the players and coaches this week, it's fundamentals. Odigizua and Watkins both emphasized the need for better hand usage, positioning, and playing off blocks. These may sound like small things, but they are the foundation of any strong defense. One of the reasons why Mike Zimmer was brought in was to improve these fundamentals. In Week 1, we saw flashes of what this defense could be when everything clicks. But in Week 2, the breakdowns in technique were glaring. The Cowboys need to get back to what worked in the opener against Cleveland if they want to stand a chance against the rushing juggernauts that are coming up. Do you believe in this team's ability to turn things around, Cowboys Nation? How confident are you that Zimmer's approach can fix these fundamental issues in time for Baltimore? Let's get that conversation going in the comments. Looking ahead, the road doesn't get any easier. Like I mentioned earlier, the Cowboys have a brutal stretch of games coming up. The Ravens, Lions, and 49ers are all elite rushing teams, and if Dallas doesn't shore up its run defense, those games could slip away fast. There's also not a lot of time to implement changes, with these matchups coming in rapid succession. But if there's any silver lining, it's that this stretch will serve as a true test for the Cowboys' defense. If they can step up and stop the run against these top-tier offenses, they'll prove they can hang with the best in the league. And if not, well, we'll be back here talking about what needs to happen next. Cowboys Nation, do you think this defense can bounce back in time? Or do you see this as a long-term problem that might need major changes to fix? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to vote in our poll on whether you think the Cowboys will win this week. We love hearing from you. Wrapping things up. Alright, Cowboys Nation, that's going to do it for today's breakdown. The run defense is clearly a major concern, but with the right adjustments and a renewed focus on fundamentals, there's hope for improvement. Let's see how the team responds this week against Baltimore. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to Cowboys News TV. We're almost at 11,000 subscribers, and with your help, we'll get there soon. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Cowboys fans. Thanks for tuning in, Cowboys Nation. Keep the conversation going in the comments, and let's see how this defense evolves as the season progresses. Until next time, stay strong, stay loud, and as always, go Cowboys!